Jason Smith, it's great to have you back on, sir. It's good to see you again. Okay, so inflation coming in hotter than expected for the fourth straight month in February. It's now at 3.2%, still higher than the Fed target. What do you make of inflation is up 18.5% compounded under Biden, but Biden wants $5.5 trillion in new tax hikes, Congressman?
The reason why, Liz, that we have over 18.6% inflation since Joe Biden's taken the oath of office was because of the policies that he was able to accomplish when the Democrats controlled the House, the White House, and the Senate. They spent $10 trillion of new money, which fueled this inflation fire that we're experiencing right now. And then the president, in his budget yesterday, released not $5 trillion worth of tax increases. If you actually look into it deeper, Liz, he is pushing for the expiration of all of Trump's 2017 tax cuts, which would lead to more than $7 trillion in tax increases on working Americans.
So this is what you get when you have a president who's been in D.C. for 50 years. He's never been in the private sector. His answer is, let's put the government spending on autopilot. Because you look at the Atlanta Federal Reserve, Congressman, what they're saying, Chairman, is they look at sticky inflation. They look at housing costs and insurance. They weight it more toward that. Inflation is rising at 4.4% annually. More than 60% of February's inflation increase came from gas and shelter costs. So how, voter polls have been saying, you know what? We are hurting. We are in a world of pain. Our cost of living has gone up, Congressman. How do you think voters are going to react to this report?
I'll tell you, my focus is Main Street. And when you go talk to individuals in the supermarket, when you talk to people pumping gas, they are barely able to afford to put gas in their cars, food on their table, or clothes on their backs because inflation going up by more than almost 20% since Joe Biden's been in office. So they're struggling just to survive. They're not buying what Biden's trying to sell, that this economy is in a great place.
So Biden wants $7 trillion in tax hikes. He's focusing on small bore junk fees, this penny ante stuff. When you're looking at the big picture, Jamie Dimon, CEO of JP Morgan, he's warning a recession's not off the table. He's giving the idea of a soft landing just maybe 30 to 40 odds. He's worried about stagflation. The Fed may not cut rates now because of what's going on. This inflation rate is stuck at about 3 or 4% for the past 8 months, even after the Fed raised rates to their highest level since the 90s.
Americans are struggling. Whenever you think about Americans have more than $1.1 trillion in credit card debt. That's the highest ever in history. We see mortgage interest rates the highest they've been in more than 2 decades. These things are all compounding, and they're affecting everyday Americans. And those are the issues that the president should be focused on. Not junk fees, not how many Snickers are in a wrapped up bar. That's what we need to be focused on, our Main Street issues that really affect Americans. And that's putting food on their table, clothes on their backs, and gasoline in their cars.
We know about your background, Chairman. We know that you came from a hard-scrabbled background. You fought to move to work hard. And when you look at this president, again, he's been in D.C. since the early 70s. All of his answers are big government spending. We saw the Federal Reserve out of Chicago and I think San Francisco basically say, Fed officials are saying, you know what? You threw all that trillions of dollars in hot money into a lockdown economy after pandemic shutdowns. You're going to fire up inflation, and you did it. And he's still going. He's still doing it. I mean, what's going on in this U.S. economy with the nation, voters are upset. They don't feel safe. They don't think the government is the big answer anymore. But they still keep doing the same thing over and over again.
It's ridiculous, Liz. President Biden has created one crisis after another, whether it's the inflation crisis, whether it's the border crisis, whether it's the crime crisis that's raging our cities across this nation. His policies has continued to just flame these crises that he has created.
And you know what? You know who's fighting back? You know who's saying we've had it? Minority voters, working class voters, blue collar voters. They have shifted by double-digit points toward the GOP. And toward the independent party. That's what's happening. Chairman Smith, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We're going to stay on these themes.